multiply and divide decimals by whole digit numbers, whole numbers, okay? That's what we're going to start with today. So let's consider two examples on this page. We are on page 19 of our new books. So we have textbooks 5B, and we are on page 19. So let's consider the first example. Multiply 300s by 2. Well, when we multiply 3 times 2, we get 6. When we multiply 300s times 2, we get 600s. Oh, sorry, too much writing. 600s, right? 2 decimal places, 300s, and when we double that, we get 600s. Next, what happens when we multiply 6 tenths times 2? Well, we will get 12 tenths. 12 tenths, and 12 tenths is just 1.2. We know that, right? So 6 tenths times 2 gives us 12 tenths, or 1 whole and 2 tenths, 1.2. Let's consider the next example. We have 3 digits, right? We have wholes, hundreds, and tens. So let's multiply 4.63 times 2. Here is how we do this. Step 1. We first multiply the digits like we would normally multiply 463 times 2. Let's go with this starting example. 3 times 2 is 6. 6 tenths times 2 is 12 tenths, and we group 1 with the hundreds. 4 times 2 is 800, plus 1 more hundred is 900. So the answer for 463 times 2 would be 926. However, we're not multiplying 400s. We're not multiplying 6 tenths. We are multiplying 4 wholes and 63 hundredths. My friends, we have 2 decimal places. I'm going to write it 2 decimal places in one factor, no decimal places in another factor. Therefore, the final product will have 2 decimal places. And it kind of makes sense if we estimate it, right? 4.6, let's round it to about 4.5, right? It's close to 4.5, and 4.5 times 2 should be around 9. And that's what our answer turned out to be. Let's explore these patterns in the decimal point a little bit further. We are on page number 20. So what we have here is number 1. We're going to solve a few examples. A, B, C, and D. Let's consider these 4 examples first. Okay, let's consider these 4 examples first. So what do we have? 7 times 3, we do know it's 21. 7 tenths times 3 gives you 21 tenths, or 2.1. 700 times 3 gives you 21 hundredths. It gives you 21 hundredths. And 7,000 times 3 gives you 21 thousandths, okay? Thousands. Let's pay attention to the decimal places. We have no decimal places in 7 times 3. It's just 21 wholes. We have 1 decimal place, 2.1. 0.71 decimal place times 3 is 2.1. 700ths, we have 2 decimal places times 3. We have 2 decimal places in our product. And in 7,000ths, we have 3 decimal places. In 7,000ths times 3, we have 3 decimal places in our product. Let's consider another set of examples. Let's look at E, F, and G, H. Let's take a look at these patterns. So we do know that 14 times 6, let me erase this line. We don't need this line, right? Let's just go like this. 14 times 6, we do know it's 84. Now, 1.4 times 6, well, guess what? We have 1 decimal place in 1.4. No decimal places. 6 is a whole number. So we get 8.4. 14 hundredths times 6 gives you 84 hundredths. 2 decimal places on the left, 2 decimal places on the right. And 14 thousandths times 6 gives you 0.084 thousandths. Again, we have 3 decimal places in 14 thousandths, and we have 3 decimal places in our final product. I want you to notice the something special. We multiplied by whole numbers, times 3 in the first 4 examples and times 6 in the following 2 examples. In general, when we multiply decimals by whole numbers, we must compute how many decimal places we have on the left, such as this. We had 2 decimal places on the left, 2 decimal places, 0 decimal places here, and therefore the product has only 2 decimal places. Okay? Now, let's take a look